these days. It's tough. Yes, special shout out tonight to Adebayo. He's our YouTube volunteer. This is the guy who gets everything we're doing here on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Please give him a hand. So, Mr. President, I want to donate funds. Please, I need a contact in the UK. Please note that we'll send you a contact in the UK where you can send the funds to. I think there's somebody who's actually coming from the UK. What date? So they can bring the fund. If you are donating anything from the UK, if you can send it overnight to an address we'll give you, we'll send it to you. Somebody's coming from the UK in the next 2 days. Okay. Thank you. I'm just reading some of this. So Lani, you donated 10,000 naira tonight. I think Lani doesn't want the name to be mentioned, but thank you so much. Good evening, Mr. President. Please, to mobilize people around Agbara area. Thank you. Please keep doing it. All right, so this person said they would want to have the address of the place in the UK where you can. All right, what I will tell you, I'm going to send you a contact in the UK to call. I'm sending it to you right now. And that contact, no, I'm sending the contact to the person. All right, so that contact, call the contact and send the funds to the contact, and the contact will get the funds to us. Thank you guys so much. This Opeyemi and Worry, thank you, Opeyemi. We can't take calls right now. It'll be after the show. Somebody said this is my lovely president. Thank you. Oh, so Isioma is the person who sent 10,208 naira from Fundren Logistics. Thank you so much. Thank you, Isioma. Thank you so much. That's from the US. Thank you, Isioma. Let posters be done to inform calendars so that people can keep them in their houses. It is more appreciated by people and to go a long way. Posters in form of calendars. Yes. I think we had that today. We're working on it. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President. You addressed many issues, but I've never heard you talk about sports development in Nigeria. I live in Germany, and when I see the infrastructures in place where I can't but only wait for my country. So painful to see talents buried due to lack of infrastructure back home. Also, I'd like you to place all our past heroes on the kind of financial support from the federal government, no matter how small. Majority of them are having it tough. I agree with you completely, but I've spoken about sports development. Not only have I spoken about sports development, I've done some shows, at primary schools in the US, in the Gist neighborhood, to show the level of sports equipment in primary schools that are better than our universities here. So if you've been following, but that is not to say that we shouldn't address this once again. It will be a priority. A lot of you don't know that I'm a sports person, like a really hardcore sports person. I like to brag about it. I'm a long distance runner who has done 8 marathons, and sports development is not only central to making, it helps to bring in revenue. It's helped to, improve health, and it would definitely even create and help peace and national cohesion. I've always said, you can imagine if all those Boko Haram guys can do long distance running and they can win the Boston Marathon, win New York Marathon. They will prefer that to getting killed in some bush. But it's insane that we love soccer, football as they call it, but we don't have soccer pitches in every secondary school, in every primary school, in every neighborhood like they have in favelas in Brazil. So I'm totally for sports development, and we'll have a robust and powerful approach to developing sports. We'll revive the inter-school, inter-house sporting system in high schools. We'll ensure that we play soccer competition, swimming competition. I feel bad that where I come from, that is Ondo State, I grew up beside a lake. There's not one single swimmer that has ever won the Olympics from there. It's time to do it. Make sure that we catch them young and we start training them so that they can bring the glory and money back to this country. Sports is also big business. Thank you. So UK account please donated 14K, but UK account better. So we send you a contact for UK account. Greetings from Germany. God bless you, Mr. President. Thank you, brother or sister. So why is VP not campaigning as you did, Mr. Sowore? We just came back from a trip with a VP. We went everywhere. VP is campaigning very hard, but he's not here tonight because he had to go back to his part of the world, which is Chicago State. VP has been campaigning with us a lot. Adriano Adebayo. Good evening, my group for sharing this 1-minute video for TV and radio jingles on a local TV radio network. Please, can we get your candidate to make a video for 1 minute address? People, please. This Adriano. Can we arrange that for tomorrow, please, people? So we just registered as an AAC member. Thank you. This is Manny from Italy, working from here to connect people back home. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate it. Please do not relent. There's a lot of messages coming in. But we have a donation of 3,000 naira from an anonymous source. There's a Tuaka 1,500. There's Egbehi Anthony 5,000 naira. Thank you guys. So let's go refresh GoFundMe. We have actually gone past our time here. We're supposed to have left some 10 or more minutes ago, but we're still here. So recently, 8 people contributed $510. There's $100 from the person who said, "Don't mention my name." That's my friend. There's a $50 from Charles Obe Williams. $20 from Pigeon Lewis. You guys know Pigeon Lewis on Facebook. Very good guy. $20 from Olabi Akinyode. There's $100 from Banky Adams. There's $20 from Kenny Joka Moritala. $100 from C. Uche. And there's $100 from Samuel Inwang. We're glad to be part of the movement to free our people. Enough has been said. Now it is the end game mode. Every inch of tarmac must be dealt with phone by phone, door to door. 30 seconds attention catches sound bites. Public places, places of worship, especially the North. Direct interjection of support to all AAC candidates for co-campaign. Victory is sure for AAC. Thank you so much, Samuel Inwang. Oh, sorry. There's $100 donation from Ineka Ajufor. Thank you, Ineka. Thank you, guys. Said there's a 10K donation from an anonymous donor, so don't mention my name. Thank you. I'm doing everything I can to take it back from here in Russia. I think at this stage, no Nigerian can say they have not heard about you. I wish I could come to Nigeria to give all the support I can, but I will continue to engage people through media and spread this gospel. Take it back, please. I would also want you to consider more relations with Russia in your administration. Partnership with Nigeria will offer a lot. We'll do that. Thank you so much. 1 minute video telling people about you, the party, and your 10 policies. Lade. Thank you, Lade. So Ali Baba is denigrating the party. Please call him. Just schedule a meeting with him. It speaks a lot about our maturity. Of course, yeah. Thank you, Adeola. Good evening to you, a great beatable Presido. Charlie here. Charlie, how are you? I must confess you did a great job at the UNLAC Town Hall meeting debate yesterday. I want you to know that you own my undying support and that of my families and friends, and also friends of my friends. I would like to suggest that it would have been a good idea if you can make broken English the general language in Nigeria to unite the whole ethnic groups in Nigeria. Great suggestion. Thank you, Charles. Charles is the guy who sent us that song, right? Amazing song. DJ is not here tonight. Should have played us Charles' song. Blessed evening to you, Mr. President. Hope you're getting ready for your swearing ceremony. Prepare your speeches because my office as your spiritual advisor can clearly confirm your big and historical win. Don't even look at Buhari and Atiku counterpart. They're a bunch of jokers. You constantly remain. Our prayers keep the fire and you burning. Your humility and drive is a blessing to Nigeria and Nigerians. God bless you, Mr. President. Pastor Uyi Osazoa Usunde. Thank you, Pastor. Hello, good evening. I've been following your campaign and watching all your videos online. Thank you. I want to do a special shout out to Fabina Smith tonight. Fabina we met with him earlier in Yaba town. Nice guy. Great ideas, and I wish you speedy recovery as well, Kwabena, if you're watching. Thank you so much for hosting us and providing us lunch today at your place. Thank you. And we'll be back, and feel free to reach out anytime. So people don't really know about you here in Europe. Yes, it's true. We'll come back. There's a call coming from Czechoslovakia. Is that how to pronounce it? Slovakia. It's not Slovakia, but there's Zeka.
But it's silent.
Yeah. Slovakia. Remember in those days, teachers used to ask us to pronounce Shogologobango shit. Some teachers wicked, man. One of my teachers, his name was Mr. Komolafe. Yeah. Man, but one of the best. Not this is his own is Komolafe. If he's coming like this, he'll be whistling. When he's coming, he'll be whistling. When you hear his whistle like 30 meters away, the bush will just be filled with people who are hiding. Everybody's jumping into the bush. Some strong teachers, man. There's a call from Utah. We can take calls here tonight. You've exposed yourself more, sending people out to campaign because I really like your words. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening, sir. I'm watching you on Facebook. Please, what are you going to do to reduce the high price of fuel and electricity in Nigeria? Because as an oil-producing country, we're not supposed to be buying fuel at 145 litre, and we're not supposed to be paying the high price of electricity. I agree with you. You are even paying for darkness in Nigeria, so we are going to bring back electricity, real electricity, 24-hour supply of electricity. Our goal is to inject 17,000 megawatts of electricity within 2.5 years into the national grid, and also break down the grid into smaller mini grids. It'll be a mix of solar energy. Renewable energy is a major part of our energy program that's coming up. With regards to fuel, as long as you don't refine fuel, you can't control the price. We produce crude here, we send it over, and we re-import back refined products. It's a scam. It's the biggest scam that we'll look into. But we have to be refining locally. We should be able to refine our own crude oil locally. That's the best way to bring down the prices of fuel. What's your plan on making taxation system work in Nigeria? knowing fully well that Nigerians like good things, but they don't want to make sacrifice to work continuously. We're calling because our questions are not read or answered online. Some people say they're asking questions and we're not answering them. So our tax policy is such that we're not going to increase taxes, but we will make sure that we increase the collection of taxes from the miserable 7% right now to 15%. That way, we can be making annually over 10 trillion naira from taxes alone. And all you need to do is to have a president who's collecting taxes from the usual suspects who don't pay taxes. You know, all the big companies, all the big for-nothing business people who are all over there making profit, no taxes. Taxes that they have already deducted from their workers. They don't even pay to the federal courts. When we do that, it means that from taxes alone, we can fund the national budget. Just from taxes alone. Because right now, our taxes are at 5 trillion naira according to FRS. And the national budget is 8.8 trillion. So if we increase our tax rate collection by another 50%, 100% more, the budget is covered. It will have 10 trillion naira just from taxes. Do you know what that does? It covers the budget, and it will help me pay for the minimum wage that I'll be talking about, which is only going to be 1.5 trillion naira more that you need to add. So from taxes, I still have another 7 trillion naira coming from the NNPC, you know, that is sales of oil, crude, for as long as it lasts, which I'm sure will be for another 8 or 10 years. But we have to prepare for demise of oil, I keep saying. So that is 17 trillion naira right there. And I'm breaking it down to you guys. This is how I'm going to finance the development of Nigeria. You see it radically because I'm not going to let anybody steal our money. And you have our port authority system, our ports bringing in about 1 trillion, customs bringing in about another 1 trillion. Now we're already talking about 20 trillion naira that is coming into the national treasury. And we are only spending 8.8 trillion. So we will not be having the kind of criminal budgeting that is causing the deficit that's killing Nigeria right now. We have enough money to build roads, build schools, you know, provide social services to the weak and the unemployed. Persons can also be getting some unemployment benefit. The disabled can be given support, and we can fund education. We can fund healthcare. You know, our healthcare policy is such that you have a contributory system. There are over 180 million people in Nigeria. Let's assume that out of the 180 million, there are 100 adults who can afford to pay 300 naira or 500 naira into the national health insurance system. And the moment you pay that 500 naira, 100 naira will be used to produce a card, a health card with a chip for you. 400 naira goes into, if you multiply 400 naira by 100 million people, what do you get? You know, that's like 400 billion. Huh? 4 billion? Who's 400 naira times 100 million people? Huh? 40 billion. Huh? 40 billion. Yeah. So just a contributory system will give you 40 billion naira. You know, with 40 billion naira, you can buy ambulances in every local government. You can build a health facility or improve the ones that are there. It's easy, you know, it doesn't cost even that much. With 10 million naira, you can build a hospital in a local government that will be serviced by 2 doctors. It's enough money. That's but assuming that even the contribution is more, because you can then buy into different grades of insurance policy that allow you to access even higher services and better services. You know, and that will take care of mother, take care of child. The moment if you contribute, so you have children, it covers your children. But the most important thing is that you have your card, and that card is also linked to your BVN. or the national identity number that you have. So whenever you call into the general number, we can just read your, you read us your number, we get your information, you tell us what is wrong with you, we tell you which doctor can take care of you. If you need ambulatory service, an ambulance is at your door. If you need blood, a drone can take your blood to the hospital from one place to the other. Very simple. But bad people will make it complex and be telling you that it's not possible.
Alright, we have one last question before
Yes.
you round up. Mr. Sounds Clear on Facebook is asking, will you also cut down the salary and allowances of our senators?
Oh, it's I do not have the constitutional power to cut down their salary allowances, but I will make sure that they are not paid what they don't deserve. What we have checked out in our research is that a senator is not supposed to receive more than $1 million point something naira. But right now they are receiving 14 million naira per senator in a month. For as allowances is unconscionable. Whereas our workers are receiving 18,000 naira per worker in a month, the lowest paid worker. Of course, we will not be paying them what they don't deserve. That is what is encouraging the kind of impunity that you see amongst lawmakers. So someone said, thanks for deep explanation on taxation system. Thank you. Mr. President, I really appreciate how you addressed all the points on yesterday's town hall meeting while other candidates were responding in a politically correct manner. I noticed Fela was interviewed by the press after the meeting, and none of them attempted to interview you. Show again that the media is avoiding you. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you. Well done, guys. You're doing a great job, and the first time the truth is being said in Nigeria. Nosa Omoyele from the UK. Thank you, Nosa. Anytime you're saying things you want to do in Nigeria, I'm full of joy, sir. God will put you there. I cried every day for God to make a way for you, sir. Wow, thank you. That's deep. I have 3 more minutes to go. Evening, Mr. Sowore. It's a pediment here. There's one thing you never mentioned in regards to why your seaport is not functioning. Nigeria is losing a lot due to implementation of maritime cabotage law. Peter said knows nothing about maritime and he was appointed by Buhari to head the maritime sector. Please, this is important. Yes, appointment of the right people is very, very important, and that's one area that we are very good at. As we're speaking, we already have people who are waiting. Some of them say they don't even want to be paid salary. They just want to come and help Nigeria. Nurses, doctors, maritime experts, pilots, people full everywhere, Boku, that is teachers. It's amazing. But they're not going to come back to come and work with Buhari because they know Buhari has nothing to offer. Buhari don't even understand what he's doing. And Atiku, of course, even in Eurasia, reported yesterday that he's coming to enrich himself. You can tell, who's Atiku's Director General of Campaign? Amroba. The spokesperson to Atiku's campaign is facing murder charges. Dino is interesting, and oh my, don't get us started, because my mind don't want me to be saying bad things at night. So they don't want to have nightmares. I'm out, Teddy. Adinka, 5,000 naira donation. Thank you. So my able president, I just want to confirm this number. Yes, this is the number. If you're the one calling from +420. Thank you, guys. We have 1 more minute to go. If you send us any donations, we'll read it and then we can take a break. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tonight. It's been an engaging evening, chatting with you, answering your questions, and just picking ideas. Okay. Somebody is trying to correct us. He said it's 4 billion, not 40 billion. They said it's 4 billion, right? Okay, sorry. Thanks for that correction. That's why it's good to be here. We didn't have a mathematician in the house tonight. That's why you got Miss Malcolm. He knows this.
Alright, so as we round up, there's one last comment from Olajumoke Omololan. She's saying, I'm a nurse and I'll volunteer if you win by the grace of God.
Oh, wow, thank you. So, volunteers, just be sending your resumes. A lot of people want to come back home and help, and they're just waiting for us to win. So, Mr. President, I want to thank you for the good job you're doing. I want to thank you all for the great job you're doing, donating, calling your family. We want to start a hashtag. For those of you who have joined Twitter, please, we want to call on you to join Twitter again before we go tonight. Please join Twitter. And just to test out that we can trend, we have a lot of people on Facebook who are active, organic people following us. If you join Twitter, we can trend, call a relative. Hashtag call a relative, please. Call a relative for Sowore. Hashtag call a relative. Let's trend it. What you do is you go to Twitter, if you're registering, just write a hashtag, call a relative for Sowore 2019. Call a relative. Can you pin that before we go to, please say, go to Twitter, enter this hashtag, call a relative for Sowore 2019, hashtag AAC party, hashtag revolution now, hashtag Sowore Rufai 2019, hashtag 2019. Just let's do that. Let's see if with our new numbers on Twitter we can start trending things. And it doesn't take a lot to trend. 40 people to 100 people, or how many people trend the story? Do you guys have an idea? It depends.
It depends on how the algorithms are working that day and how controversial what they're talking about.
Okay, so let's be trending the same way we're trending right now on Facebook. I mean, how many people are watching at this point?
634, 640.
640. Yeah, numbers. What about YouTube?
YouTube 892.
Wow. Yeah. So everybody moved to YouTube. Thank you guys. So we will be doing this more frequently because we need to constantly be raising funds. Even when we're not here, please continue to make donations to us because we need money. We're traveling back up north, starting from the 15th. We need money, you know. Our vehicles sometimes will break down. We don't have money to do things we should do. We need your support, and we need support for the command center as well, which is going to cost 3 million naira. So, President, I would like to know the outcome of your meeting with Reverend Father Mbaka of Enugu State. I didn't meet Mbaka again after I met him in the US. So we haven't met. Sorry guys, I cannot take calls right now. Hello, good evening, sir. Please have you called the person number I sent to you. Can you resend the number, please? Round up. That's what my director is saying here. I didn't feel like leaving you guys, but Jackson Joseph, thank you so much. You're the last person that I heard from tonight. How can I donate from Italy? Just go to a money transfer company and send to our account to get here. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for staying with us till this time. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for donating. Thank you for calling your relatives. Thank you for your faith in this project. Take it back. Have a good night, guys.